Alrighty, what is up, guys? Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. Evan Aldo here. First things first, I want you guys to follow my Twitch if you're interested in seeing my live streams Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be going live on Twitch. So if you want to see that, please follow my Twitch. Link in the description below. Also with BITGET, really good free $100 USDT position. So sign up only with my link down below for this. Also, there's another promo with my link down below. I believe that you could use the same link to sign up. And if you already have an account, you create a new account. You get another $100 if you deposit $1,000 and make a derivatives trade. There's only like one or two spots open for that. I believe it could only be one right now. That's almost over. So check that out if you're interested. Let's get into the analysis. So right now it looks like, we're getting close to that point where we could break out. We talked about this yesterday a lot. Let's talk about it briefly. I mean, money flow crossover into the red in the 12-day. I'm not going to map it out just for time, but it's about 30% down here if you don't count the pandemic, Black Swan. This, even though it was at the bottom here, you already bottomed out when it happened, you still came down about 30% from the top there. So that was 30%, and this was also a little bit over 30%. If it's 30%, this would be very good for the argument that you're going to bottom out around the 400 weekly moving average. And I think the 400 weekly moving average is very important because look at the pattern. Right here it was the 200 weekly moving average. Right here was the 300 weekly moving average. See, you notice the pattern? Now for the bottom of this cycle, where could it be? I think the 400 weekly moving average is a very strong argument to make about 13.3. Now, people would ask me like, okay, so we're going there. I think within the next few months, but you think the SPY could go down lower and create a bottom more of like mid to late 2023. The reason I think that is because I think Bitcoin and Ethereum and the main cryptos, the ones that don't end up going to zero, will bottom out before the S&P 500 and before the NASDAQ because it's going to act a little bit more like gold. They go down first a lot with everything, but then they bottom out quicker. I think it's going to act a little bit more like that. Also, I think there is some credence still to give to the 4-year cycle. I think there is a lot of, I think it's still going to stay intact to a certain extent. Obviously, the thing everyone says, history rhymes, doesn't repeat. I think it will rhyme here and we will hit some type of bottom. I think most likely it's going to be sometime after midterms, the way I've mapped it out. If it's kind of the thing for capitulation here, if you look at the 5-day, you confirm that, yellow X right here, we're turning green with the Heikins. It has not confirmed yet. There's 4 days for that. So we could easily, come down. If we come down, back to probably below 19K, you're going to go into the red here. And this could easily give us, let's say, the bottom. That was November 17th so about 3 weeks. It could be 3 weeks just after midterms. It could be like that. I know a lot of people do think that. So, obviously the masses usually don't get it right. But, it could be one of those times where they do. A lot of people have left crypto. The people that are still in it are a lot of the people who know what they're talking about, or at least they think, at least that we think we do for the most part. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying right there. And then some of the other time frames that are worth looking at. Let's look at more of what I think could happen more in the short term right now. In terms of the 4-day, in terms of a lot of these time frames, I think you're going to have at least one more yellow X. I think you need that 4 or 5 yellow X pattern to really see a bottom. If it's like the weekly, you could get, another yellow X, maybe stay sideways for a little bit more into Halloween, and then finally get a yellow X in November. That brings us to the bottom at 13. That's where you could have the capitulation. It also could be a slower pace. Obviously, anything could happen. It could be a slower pace down. I don't know if it'll go down this fast, but it absolutely could. It could be a little bit slower. That's the case, if it goes on to December or January. The pattern is it was January 2015 was the bottom, then December 2018. If it's like that pattern, it's going to be November. So it could definitely be that way. If you look at the 2-day, we talked about it yesterday. I'll look at it briefly. Obviously there's the case where you could come up a lot like this or, there, but there's also the case like here, that was a pandemic. And also right here, which is most similar, this was interesting. You just rolled over. It was a little bit sideways, coiling up longer, than you just rolled over. So we have that to worry about as well. So in terms of where we could end up, I don't think, even in the most bullish of circumstances, I don't think you're going to get to much farther, above this wedge right here, above this ascending wedge, probably like high 20s, maybe 21 or something. I would be pretty surprised if you go below that. I don't think it's or above that. I don't think it's very likely. In terms of what I'm looking at right now, I mean, 12-hour, your RSIs are split. You're starting to curve down. If we look at kind of how it was here, this last time the RSIs were like this was a 4% drop down. And then this was right here. This ended up being a 11% drop down. And then back here, just to give you guys some possibilities, 20%. So I think there is a decent likelihood that you can drop down 10% or something. That would bring you right to your 300 weekly moving average. That's kind of around your technical target out of this wedge, which is right around 17K. That's going to be a big area. I don't think the 300 weekly moving average is going to give us too much. I think you could get a scalp long off of that. Be careful. I don't think it's going to act too much differently than the 200 did. I think, given that we're just spending so much time so close to it, I don't think there's any reason to believe when we finally touch it, it's just going to, skyrocket. You know what I mean? That's my main view. 8-hour red dot here. 4-hour RSI is kind of split, curving downward. That's another, argument to make for this, kind of this trajectory here. I know there is one traditional TA pattern. I'm not an expert on traditional TA where you have a fake out and then you come back up, but then when you finally break it after, you get you finally hit your target. That does happen sometimes, and it's kind of just stop everybody out who's trying to short. So that's what you got to worry about right there. And then your hourly a bit overheated, curving down right here. What I'm looking for here, and obviously since Bitcoin dominance has been more bullish, I'm looking more to short altcoins such as Ethereum. I got some swing altcoin shorts open. I lost 2 trades, lost a long winning streak. Kind of got robbed, got wicked out last night by small amounts on the Bitcoin ETH shorts, and it happens sometimes. That's part of the game. That's part of the why you always need good risk management. But we've been killing it lately in the Discord, doing amazing there lately for the most part. I mean, obviously you're not going to win every trade. Some people would say it's better to lose more trades. I told somebody last night that I just lost a 15-day winning streak, or no, more than it was since late September, and he was like, it doesn't matter how many trades you win, yada. So I'm like, okay, it's better to lose then. You got to lose more. It's funny. I'm just kidding. Everybody is different, different. It's, it depends on risk reward ratio. Everybody has a different way to do it. But yeah. And then, coming into the red here in the 15, it could be one of those times like this, where you come into the red and then you have a nice jump up. That is possible. And, I did do like kind of a small like swing long almost. It was tempting. It was like so tempting with the 2-day coming up, and the 3-day reverse head and shoulders kind of coming up. It was so tempting to just put a little long in right here. It's underwater right now. The stop loss is kind of below here. I wouldn't be entering it right now, just given how everything looks. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. It's going to take a lot of losses to lose the amount of money I've made over the last 5-6 weeks. It's going to take, I'd have to lose a lot of trades to lose that amount, because it's been so good. And I think with this RSI split here in the 4-hour, you're going to come down some more. So looking at ETH right now, you're bouncing off the bottom of this wedge right here. What I'm kind of looking at a little bit is this 20-minute, one of these money flow crossovers to potentially try to go short, or a bounce off of this high volume node, these type of areas, or even the 30-minute crossing into the red. It's basically the same as Bitcoin. What I want to show you is this 16-day was printing oh wow, this is coming on and off this green dot right here. This is just going back and forth how it was printing. This is gonna, this could easily come down in the next 13 days. It did disappear. Now it's back. So it's making up its mind here. If this does go away and you confirm without it, I think you're headed down quite a bit more. And this kind of invalidates the fact that you could be done, that you could be bottomed out if we, if this green dot goes away. The red dot is pretty powerful in terms of invalidating this green dot being the bottom. Also, the fact that Cardano and Crow have made, and some other cryptos have made new lows from their June and May lows, that is another reason to believe that we have not bottomed out yet. So keep that in mind. In terms of right here, I mean, you do have the 3-day, 7 hours to confirm, the bullish div right here. The thing is, I don't know if I really like these split RSIs curving down right there. That could be one of the things that ends up bringing us down. And then your split RSIs here in your 12-hour. These typically in bear markets are very good indications that you will be heading down. Kind of like this right here. 30% down was that one. This is approximately 13%. This one was less, kind of the same trajectory. And then your technical target is right around the spiral line 1150, which is going to be a big area. So yeah, and then your 8-hour, money flow kind of coming up here, but RSI is curving down, red dot again. And then some of these lower time frames, RSI, high RSI is curving down, kind of like that to repeat maybe this trajectory. That would be a nice breakout. Then you come down. So that's another possibility there. 3-hour is more of kind of your bullish case, I would say, just the fact that it's been in the red for a while and coming into the green there. But if we do look at this, this didn't give us too much. It gave us a little jump here, then that was it. This, you just rolled over. So the general bear market pattern is just rolling over. So be careful with that. And then, your hourly, we looked at the hourly is overheated. We looked at the 30-minute. This I'm looking for. This is going to be a good place to potentially try to go short. Just be careful with this bounce off of here. I know probably a lot of people tried to maybe go short here. Be a little patient. It's always about patience. Wait till you get that better entry. Wait till you get that better entry there, and then look to try to do it. So that's the update for Bitcoin, Ethereum right now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please check out my Twitch, obviously going to be live tonight at 6 p.m. talking about everything on Twitch, link in the description below. My Patreon for my exclusive Discord, link in the description below. Trade entries, stop losses, take profits. You will get charged again on the November 1st, so I suggest maybe waiting till November 1st to sign up if you're interested. Exclusive TA, all of that. Not right 100% of the time, as always, but we've had some really good trades in there, so check it out. Also, my trading course down below, 20% off. Discount code BearMarket20. That's on evanaldo.com. Please subscribe. Please like the video if you enjoyed the content. All right, guys, have a good one. Goodbye.